Ron? Where are you? Where is Ron right now? No Ron, huh? You done messed up, Ron! Now
So the family and I decided that we were going to go to the Wichita National Wildlife Reserve. We stayed in a little town just outside of the reserve called Medicine Park. It's a cute little downtown. You'll see some of that from the air and some bits and pieces of the town here. One of the things we didn't know is that the majority of Medicine Park is shut down from essentially Monday through Thursday and really doesn't open until Friday through Sunday. So lesson learned there. Still a neat place to stay. But if you're going there, you're going to end up, if you're there Monday through Thursday, you're probably going to end up eating in a town called Lawton, which is the biggest town around there, right outside of Fort Sill and just outside of the National Wildlife Refuge. So we're going to go to Medicine Park. I'll show you a little bit of that. And then after that, stay tuned because we are going to get into the National Wildlife Reserve and all of the things that we were able to experience there. Really cool. Stick around. So this is Medicine Creek. Medicine Creek flows out into Lake Latonka, and these are the birdhouses that you can rent. They're little cabins, kind of neat. And so there's kind of businesses to one side, and then there's homes to the other side of this creek. But you'll see people out there fly fishing and things like that. And here's kind of a nice aerial view of the town of Medicine Park is to the right, and then this creek flows out into Lake Latonka. Here's some of the hills that surround this area. Beautiful area. So Medicine Park is right near this Lake Latonka and the Lake Latonka boat ramp, and then on the back side of that you've got kind of like this area that I think is called Bear Mountain, but there's a little houseboat community there that was really neat. It was cool looking at sunrise, and then our cabin itself, it was up in the hills, and everything around here is what I would call like Oklahoma level mountains, right? You're not in the Rockies, but at the same time, everything's is surrounded by these beautiful hills. And so we had this nice little cabin, really steep driveway, nestled on the hills there, overlooking Lake Latonka. And then, the cabin was an Airbnb, nice 2-bedroom. It was decorated, typical Airbnb. The inside of it was really nice, I should say. 2-bedroom, 1 bath, but nice Airbnb. Was, decorated with all of the local fare of, buffalo, and had some nice art on the walls. So really good vibe in there. And then the porch overlooked this Lake Latonka, and you can see the dam there, and and there's Mount Scott in the background as we're heading towards the dam and Lake Latonka itself. So nice area, really cool place to stay. So since everything was closed in Medicine Park, the first place we ate was this back porch draft house. American fare, if you will. It was in Lawton, Oklahoma. And I had the bacon cheeseburger with jalapenos, as you can see. That was it was pretty good food, reasonable American fare, can't complain. Lawton has a lot more than you would expect as far as food options. So if you're in the area, definitely go to Lawton to eat. There's a lot of stuff around there. But yeah, the family and I all enjoyed our food. It's not gourmet. This is just American fare, but good enough. Here at the Wichita Mountain National Wildlife Refuge, and they got buffalo, they got elk,
I got longhorn cattle, which happen to be a favorite of mine, but nothing you ever want to get too close to. So they out there though. They out there. Let's get in here and see what that's about. Bison were the most abundant large land mammals in North America before 1800. Enormous herds grazed thousands of acres and dominated the grassy plains. The Plains Indians foresaw the unthinkable of the buffalo's total disappearance. The unthinkable happened between 1830 and 1880. Buffalo hunters reduced approximately 60 million bison to mere hundreds. That's absolutely astonishing. Astonishing levels of ignorance and hubris, and just overestimating our own importance. But then again, some of it was absolutely done intentionally. You deprive a people of their food and they can't survive, right? And that, make no mistake about it, that was part of the goal. I always say history's filled with a lot of ugly stuff, and certainly what happened here to these animals was ugly. But glad that we have places like this that are open, where we can at least learn about these animals and get out here and see them, and that we've protected them on this National Wildlife Refuge. So very grateful for that. So I picked up a t-shirt, and one of the nice things about buying anything at like the visitor center here is 100% of the profits go to the National Wildlife Refuge. And especially times like right now, that's really important as funding is drying up and they're trying to like cut funding to places like this. It's important that we do things to support places like this. So one nice thing also is that they offer veteran discounts. So, you know, you save a little bit of money if you're a veteran and military, active duty military, obviously. But it's a really nice visitor center. There's about 550 to 650 buffalo in this National Wildlife Refuge. And there's also herds of elk. And as I mentioned earlier, there's longhorn cattle as well. So a lot of really neat stuff to see in here, and we're gonna go out and explore the park a little bit further. So this is the Holy City, and I think they're wiring it for sound for Easter. One, you have all this stone architecture out here that's kind of interesting, and then it's a remake of parts of the Holy City, Jerusalem, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna get in here and find out a little bit about it. Let's see what we can figure out. This is the chapel.
So let's see if it's scary.
Oh, it ain't gonna be scary. You and I done been up to, what,
Mount
14,000 feet?
That's true. That is true.
Or no, I guess that was about 12,500 feet. It was still a significant.
I've been working so hard to get you out my head, but I can't stop my thinking of the words that you have said. You told me that you loved me, how could I forget? Now it's spinning around inside my head. So I hold on, however long till we both rocking on the porch. Yeah, hold on till the morning comes. Promise that you'll be in my house.
So, made it up to Mount Scott. It's about 2,600 feet out here on the rocks, and it's overlooking, I think it's Lake Latonka, but I'm not gonna get too close to the edge here, but let's take a look around and see what we got. So this kind of gives you a view of the lake and everything around. But gorgeous up here, a little windy. I think we are somewhere over there in between those two rocks. But yeah, nice view. If you come up, you definitely got to drive, definitely worth the drive. There's a nice parking area at the top, and just great views of the area. And these huge boulders are just, they're absolutely beautiful. There's just this unique kind of tapestry of colors in these. You've got like these bright fluorescent greens, you've got these softer greens, these mossy greens, and then the orange of the stone, and all kind of mixed together with the weather. Really beautiful spot for pictures, and you got these really interesting trees up here as well, which are cool. I'm into trees, a little bit of a hippie, always have been. But yeah, if you get a chance and you're in this area, if you come out to Fort Sill for some reason, or you come out to the Wichita Mountains, highly recommend that you come out here and check this out. It is a, you know, look, I've been to higher mountains, but every place that I go, I try to find the beauty in that and its uniqueness. And this has got these big, beautiful boulders, and cool spot. Definitely windy up here, but beautiful. So, a part of the issue of nothing being open on Monday through Tuesday in Medicine Park, you have to go to Lawton to eat. And so we're going to check out this place called Toast and Jam. Classic American. So
Delicious.
we're here at the Toast and Jam, and the food looks incredible. And and spoke a little bit with the owner, as this place kind of stands out. You didn't really expect something like this in Lawton, Oklahoma. And you know,
Would you like me to top yours off too, ma'am? I'm okay. Thank you. You're welcome.
Just everything about it, from the way the place is decorated, you can tell that they care about food, right? They care that much about the looks, they typically care about the food. And the food looks incredible. And I would venture to say in this area, you're not going to find a better breakfast than this. And kind of a breakfast snob, let's get in here. Absolutely delicious. I got the Pecado Florentine. It's a eggs Benedict with bacon and what else is it, hon? Avocado and spinach. And absolutely delicious.
So, out here outside the Toast and Jam, we just had breakfast. I gotta say, you'd be hard pressed to find a better breakfast than this for 100 miles, guaranteed. You'd have to be in Dallas to get a better breakfast than this. We're out here in Lawton, Oklahoma. In Medicine Park, everything's shut down. We're here during the week. Nothing really opens up. A couple things open up Wednesday. And they're typically open through the weekend this time of the season. But so we had to come into Lawton, Oklahoma to get some food. And my wife, who does just a masterful job of finding like great places to eat, found us the Toast and Jam breakfast and lunch in Lawton, Oklahoma. And we had a conversation with the owner. She was absolutely charming, loved it. Great food, great ambiance. You walk in and you do not expect something like that in Lawton, Oklahoma. So it was really cool. And the food matched the ambiance and the vibe, right? So really cool. Highly recommend if you ever come out to Medicine Park or to Lawton, Oklahoma for any reason, definitely stop in the Toast and Jam. Absolutely incredible food. So highly recommend.
I call to the mountains sitting across the bay. Morning comes always steadier than yesterday. I take the stillness as a sign to write a song about things we've done and the things still to come. Flowers in the plenty, coloring in the view. Red sunburns late Sunday afternoon. Talking for hours about places we have gone and things we've done and the things still to come. It's high time.
I just caught some elk swimming across the river, and absolutely beautiful. There's this fly on me, it's driving me up a damn wall, but absolutely beautiful. And you can hear them calling. They know I'm here, just letting each other know that there's something out there. That's a problem. Very beautiful animals. And just something I always wanted to see.
something I feel very fortunate to experience. And you got all these boulders and this water, and the moon's coming out, and this is just, it's one of those moments that just makes you grateful to God for the things that you've been able to experience. And I love nature, and I love this, and I love photography, and I love video, and I love creating, and I get a chance to come out here and do all this. I'm just very grateful for it. So hopefully the video of the elk crossing the river comes out pretty good, and I'll throw that in here. But just this whole experience and looking around, I mean, this is just beautiful. Coming back up on the fam now. Probably gonna get in trouble. God bless this beautiful country.
So we are here at El Toro. It's like a taco cantina in Lawton, Oklahoma. And I gotta say, I've had a lot of El Pastor in my life, and I eat a lot of it in Baja, Mexico. And I can usually tell from the look of the taco when it's good. I'll throw in a picture here, but my expectations of this is that it's delicious. And the one thing I'll say about this place is they threw in some, they threw in queso and really, really good salsa. And I'm kind of a Mexican food snob. It's hard for me to eat Mexican food just anywhere, but my wife is the master at finding the right restaurants. So let's see how this plays out. Absolutely delicious. I forgot to put salsa on, and it's still damn good. Really, really good food here. So, if for any reason you find yourself at Fort Sill, you find yourself at the Wichita National Wildlife Refuge, you find yourself around Medicine Park, Oklahoma, go to Lawton, Oklahoma, and eat at El Toro's. It's a very good Mexican place. Highly recommend it.
So as we cross the Medicine Creek Bridge for the last time, just a couple final thoughts. One, I'd say if you want to check out the town of Medicine Park, you'd best do it on a weekend. The National Wildlife Refuge is probably something you could do in 2 days. If you're into animals and nature and that type of thing, it's definitely something that's awesome to check out. We had a great time there. There's a lot of wildlife you can see. One of the things we didn't see was prairie dogs, but you might see them. The other thing I'd say is like and subscribe and stay tuned. We'll have more content coming up.